So hello everyone and welcome to Homeschooling Philippines. Today we are very fortunate because our guest is a digital marketing expert. He is a trainer, a vlogger, and he is the mentor of mentors. So he helps Filipinos how to earn online and he is dubbed as the Philippines virtual assistant guru. He is my mentor po in online marketing. I've taken quite a number of his courses, but most importantly, he is a dad, a homeschooling dad. So please welcome Mr. Jomar Hilario.
Hi, this is Alexa. Galit. Galit si Alexa. Alexa, say hello to everyone.
Hello,
Hello,
Alexa.
hello, hello. Yan, yan. Galit siya, galit. Kasi, di ba pag galing ka sa labas, hindi umaandar internet mo. So, patience. Patience. Ayan na,
Yes,
patience.
ayan na.
Tago ka na doon. Tago ka na. So,
Ayan.
behind me is, lair ni Alexa.
Okay. So,
Thank you,
kamusta,
Nida, for
Jomar?
having me here. Yeah.
Well, thank you for saying yes, no, to this interview. I'm truly grateful. Pero, kamusta na? I mean, the last time I saw you was when I was a volunteer dun sa Makati event mo. I think it was with the IMG group.
Oh, yeah. Oo. Yeah. So that's last year, bago mag-pandemic.
Oo, bago mag-pandemic, that's right.
Okay.
And when we talk about homeschooling, many times we focus on the mom, diba? But today, let's
Yes.
find out what homeschooling is from a dad's point of view. But first, Jomar, can you tell us a little more about you and your family? Like, how many homeschooling children do you have, their ages, other things you would like to share to our audience?
Yeah. So kami ay may maliit na pamilya. We're 17 kids. Joke lang. Apat lang. All kids. That one na sa likod ko is not homeschooled. She's just 4 years old. So she's having fun. And tatlo yung homeschooled. So may grade 5, may grade 4, may grade 2. Ayan. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong. Grade 3 na yung last. Kasi kakastart lang ng kakatapos lang namin ng second quarter ngayon. Ayan. So we've been homeschooling for 6 years already. Tapos quickly naging tatlo yon. Tapos start from scratch din kami. Tapos ano pa? Since we live at home and we work at home, so a lot of the activities are more regulated. Parang pandemic. Pero ilang taon na namin ginagawa? 12? Yeah, 12 years na kaming stay at home kasi. So so marami na kaming na-try na mali nung the first year and the second year and the third year. yung mga maling-maling. Pag nagagalit ka kasi sa anak mo, madalas, something is definitely wrong with me pag ako nagagalit.
That's right. I agree.
So kailangan adjust, di ba? Every day, every week, adjust. How am I gonna stop getting angry? Oh, so yan, doon pumupunta yung mga understand the learning style, kuno-kuno, understand yourself, mga ganyan. Pag medyo malalim na yon, pwede nang nag-a-adjust yung teaching style natin. So yun.
Okay.
Go.
So yung eldest mo is grade 5. Is that Sean?
Yeah.
Tama ba?
Sabi sa'yo mali, grade 6 na siya.
Grade 6.
Tapos si Lucia grade 5. Tapos si
Okay.
Earl grade 3. Mali na, plus 1 lahat.
Okay. So, I remember dinala mo si Sean dun sa IMG event mo.
Oh yeah.
Diba?
Nagano siya? Na tumulong.
Oo.
Tumulong siya. Nag-volunteer siya. Kasi si Sean siya yung taga-shoot ng video pag may event. Nung medyo lumaki na siya, ganon. Pero even before they were publicly helping me. They were privately helping me. Sila nagsa-set up ng lights ko dati.
Oh, galing.
Green screen. Kung hindi backdrop, green screen. Sila yung nagsa-set up, silang dalawa ni Lucia. So sabihin ko, may show. Tapos ayusin na nila yan. So, microphone, lights. I have like 3-4 lights. Tapos, pati computer setup. Kasi may specific keyboard na gagamitin pag may show. Tapos depende kung saan ko gagawin yung show. Living room, dining room, or dito. So sila taga-setup. So natuto sila doon. Tapos nung nagla-live event, yan, taga-shoot lang talaga ng camera. Yun.
So maliit pa lang, kumaga nasanay na. Alam na yung gagawin.
Tinanay ko na sila nung hindi pa uso si YouTuber.
Aha,
Kasi nakakapagod, di ba? Ako magsa-set up.
correct.
Some people have their own houses na may room for shooting, right? Video. In my case, hindi naman totoo yon. I needed to adjust a space like dining table. Pag-adjust ko ng dining table, walang laman yan. So lagi ako, humingi akong tulong sa kanila. At the same time, di ba kailangan ituro mo sa mga bata ano yung USB-C? Ano yung USB-A? Ano yung mga USB-B? Mga ganun. So kailangan hindi lang nila alam kung marunong sila gumamit.
Oo,
So,
that's
so yeah.
right. Okay. Pero 'di ba most of the parents may seem doing homeschooling kasi nga because of the pandemic, no? Pero sa Jomar, ano yung definition mo ng homeschooling?
Wow, world peace. Just
Kaya gusto kita
homeschooling.
kausap eh. Nakakapatawa mo ako.
Okay. Kasi pag Miss Universe talaga yung tanong eh.
Oo nga.
Yung homeschooling, the way I see that used to be the way things were. Nung wala pang formal schools, nung wala pang Soma sites na galing sa USS Thomas na pumunta sa Pilipinas galing Amerika. Even before the Spaniards, no? I believe ang nagturo yung magulang, yung community dun sa bata. May nagvo-volunteer lang dyan under the mango tree, yan, tinuturuan sila. So essentially the community, hindi siya home basta eh. Kasi ang definition ng home, di ba, compound. It's the community who raises the kids. Wala siyang formalized schools. Imagination ko lang yan, pero I have a sneaking suspicion that that's accurate. Before the institution called schools were made, there were schools na probably taught differently and iba yung approach. And yung mga sinasabi nating, di ba, in school you learn values and then you also learn info. No? Sa homeschooling now, we learn values more than just info. Kasi i-google mo lang yung info, lalo na nasa homeschool ka, di ba? So, bawal ba mag-google? Hindi. Yan yung edad ngayon. You cannot Google values. Simple.
Yes.
Simple.
Yes.
You have to push it towards yourself. And then you have to pull it out of the internet. Kasi you can just spend, katulad ng mga anak ko, spend, let's say, 5 hours a day nanonood ng Octonauts o kaya ng Roblox na may naglalaro. Values na pupulot mo dyan. Yung words nila, the way they they exclaim, di ba ganun, natututunan ng mga bata yan. They pull out those values. Not necessarily good ones. So in homeschooling, the parent has an opportunity to, ano values ko, kailangan ituro ko sa kanila. Example na value, example na value, lalo na pag malapit na mag-teenager, is ano ba ang love?
Yan!
Hindi ko pa natuturo sa kanila. I plan to teach them ano ba yung love? Ganyan. Ano ba yung crush? And hindi siya definition from the dictionary or from Google, but from my experience and values. Yun yung power ng homeschooling. Lalo na, everybody's home na, no?
Yes.
So, they now have the opportunity to address na, ay, may crush na yung anak natin. So, pwede mo na siyang bigyan ng kwento tungkol sa crush mo and your values about that. Ay, oo, anak, pag nagka-crush ka, pakasal ka na, di ba? Yun yung mga values. Yun ang values na ituro mo sa mga anak. Instead of the usual, ay, may crush ka, teka lang ha, I have to finish this work. Yan ang value na pinapakita mo. That, yeah, the child's love life is not important. That's also a value. Yan ang aking definition na homeschooling.
Okay. Nung nabanggit mo kanina na yung the way things were, yung parang dati under the mango tree lang yung mga parents, no? Parang bigla parang nag-flashback sa akin si Jose Rizal na tinuturuan siya ng nanay niya under the mango tree and yung mga kapitbahay din niya.
Hindi naman, nag-Ateneo yun eh. So,
hindi, nung maliit pa siya. Nung maliit pa.
Anong maliit?
Bago siya mag-Ateneo, oo. Tapos, siyempre. So malapit na yan kasi grade 6 na siya. So syempre, baka next year alam na niya yung crush, baka meron na ring
Hindi, alam niya na yan now.
Hindi, baka magkaroon na siya ng crush, 'di ba? At nagtanong na ba sa'yo about it?
Hindi pa, pero ako naman kasi Kinder pa lang may crush na ako, so that's not unusual. That's not unusual. Pero ang nagustuhan ko yung yung pinakamatalino sa klase.
Siyempre.
Hindi ko akalain na siya yung sa valedictorian eventually. Hindi naman yung nalaman ever.
So, i-booking natin ngayon.
Di ba, ano naman yun, may sariling mundo. Si talino, sobrang talino.
Okay.
Pero ano lang ako, looks. Crush eh. Looks
Oo,
lang. Hindi ko naman
oo.
alam matalino siya. Kinder kami.
Oo. Parang hindi pa yata kaya ng ng isip ng kinder yung kailangan ng crush ko matalino. Siyempre looks.
Looks.
Oo.
Ay,
And
nako.
so in this time of pandemic, so homeschooling, 'di ba, it has exploded kasi nga yung mga parents gustong i-avoid itong risk of getting itong COVID infection. Tapos easier din kasi ang mga parents work from home na. However, 'di ba, some parents felt that they were forced to homeschool, 'di ba? Their
Yes, they are.
children, 'di ba? So it's like yung parang sinabi mo kanina, the going back to the basic wherein parents teach their children uh, what their values are, 'di ba? So ano yung thoughts mo dito?
Yung tingin ng maraming tao, Nida, sa forced homeschooling is actually distance learning, no? And the emotion there is very strong doon sa word na forced. So maraming tao ang tingin nila, napilitan lang naman ako talaga, hindi ko naman talaga gusto to, hindi ko ginusto to. And that's all true.
Yes.
Kaya there is one thing that you said na i-highlight natin. I do not teach my kids. Halimbawa, information. What is photosynthesis? Hindi ganito ang homeschooling namin. Anak, ang photosynthesis ganito. This is a leaf. When you look open in the microscope, hindi ko ginaganon. Unang-una, number one, wala akong microscope. So, mga kapatid, ang hirap ata. Anak, ito ang exponential. Okay? Sige nga, subukan mo yan. Maling-mali ang approach ng maraming tao. Even
Mm-mm.
homeschoolers. Because we're not qualified to teach.
Yes.
We shouldn't be teaching. Tayo po daw ay facilitator kasi na-invento na yung internet. Remember
Oo
the
nga.
internet? Bilang parents, we go to Facebook groups ng mga homeschoolers. Hanapin mo lahat ng favorite resources ng other parents. And napakadami nun. And every day, there's growing. Lalo sa YouTube,
Yes.
the
Yes.
teachers are making the materials na.
Mm-mm.
Natauhan na sila. Minsan
Correct.
sobrang arte. Sobrang arte pa nga ng gawa ng mga teachers. Sabi ko, ma'am, sobrang daming icons, sobrang daming images. Patinig lang pala yung topic. Ang daming graphics, patinig lang pala. So, as parents, our job is really to search, find the best and the favorite channel, and let the channel in the YouTube teach the kids. Na kung pangit yung channel, pangit yung accent, pili ka, hanap ka ng iba. Or if you're smart like us, we teach them how to search. Yun ang skill. Kasi pag meron na siyang edad, marunong na siya maghanap. Marunong na siya
Yes.
mag-discern. Do you understand this person? No? Oh, go to the next one. No? Go to the next one. Ganyan.
Mm-mm.
So, teaching them to search is a skill na I teach, but I don't teach them the subjects, really. Tapos, isa pa yung marami kasing books na maganda. So, as homeschool, di ba, guilty ang mga homeschool, bili na napakadaming libro.
Yes.
Tapos yung
Parang every year.
Yung extra books to hindi to textbooks. Extra books.
Correct.
To the point that we actually buy for ourselves. Ang ganda-ganda ng books. Sana magustuhan ng anak ko. Ang ganda-ganda ng books. So, ganun din ako actually. So, I actually buy a lot of books in advance. Hindi pa nila kailangan. Pero ang mindset ko, I don't delude myself and say this is for my kids. It's for me. Ibili ako ng graphic book on anatomy na alam ko when they need it, it's gonna be more interesting than a normal book.
Mm-mm.
Pero I have no illusions na magustuhan nila yon. It's a textbook. Kahit ang ganda-ganda ng textbook yon. Pero sa akin, satisfied ako, okay, nabibili ko yan, akin yan. I bought them mga sick comics sa Amazon on mass. Comics. My story. My superheroes. Ayaw nilang basahin. Tatlo yun basahin. Ipipilit mo pa. Sabi ko, okay lang. Sa akin yan. Hindi gusto yan, akin yan.
Correct.
Kasi gusto ko. Di ba? I believe that using comics to explain hard things like exponents, halimbawa, or irrational fractions, kung maka-figure out sila ng storytelling way, that's one of the kids would probably like it. Some of the kids will not like it. It doesn't matter. So, okay lang. Mag-facilitate tayo bilang parents. Ako, mag-facilitate ako. Kasi nga, kahit na ang saya-saya, gusto kong mag-explain paano gumawa ng, halimbawa, quadratic expressions. Yun lang alam ko, halimbawa. Ayaw naman nila ako mag-explain. Ang tagal ko daw mag-explain. So,
Parang ini-stop
mas
ka ba?
madali?
Daddy, stop na.
So, hindi, very polite. Ano na lang, iiyak na lang kasi masyadong matagal yung explanation ko.
So yun na
Dapat
yung
pala
cue mo
ganito.
pag umiyak.
Dapat pala, play mo yung math antic, tapos tumahimik ka na. Dali pala nito, no? Math antic lang. Math antic is a YouTube channel where most of the kids learn math. And it's not maarte, it's very simple. Marami kasing tulad ng storybots, tuturuan ng mga bata ng ABC. Very maarte. Cartoons talaga. No? May mga channels na simple lang pero favorite ng kids.
Yes.
Yan. So, alamin yan natin. Kailangan as parents, this is our job. It's also our job, ipasok ko lang para matanggal yung problema na na-encounter ng ibang parents. It's also our job to find out if your kids really think that Khan Academy is worth it. Because my kids, no. Math antics.
Sorry, minded. My senior high school don't like it as well.
Di sa akin, grade school, grade 12, no? So, hindi dahil sikat, alam ng lahat. Lagi mo nakikita sa articles.
Yes.
Gusto ng anak mo.
Yes.
Kasi, pag gusto ng anak mo, magla-learn sila. As homeschoolers, parang ang dami nating choices ng teachers. May videos, meron ding apps. Ayan. Akala nyo naman, panay videos kami, no? Hindi naman. Marami kaming papel, worksheets na nakakompile, at saka, there was a year na wala kaming papel, believe it or not. Last year, it was
paperless.
Mostly digital. Kokonti. Math English lang ang may papel. Nakakompile pa yan na book. Siya, worksheet, pero mukhang libro na siya kasi pinayos na namin. And the other thing was purely digital. This year is a mix of yung mahirap lang na subjects ang naka-digital. Aralin Panlipunan, Pilipino. Yung tatlo na yun, wala kasi textbook yun. Yun.
Naalala ko yung Araling Panlipunan, ang hirap ituro. Pero ngayon, dahil gumagawa na yung mga teachers, ang dami na magagandang YouTube materials about Araling Panlipunan. At ang maganda, nakalagay pa week 8. Parang ganon. Alam mo na, may week 1, may week 2.
So, yun nga, hindi nga namin naabutan yan kasi been teaching them the stuff before na gawa yung pandemic. So, we had to do our own materials plus the book. Tapos ngayon, since sila na ang search, nag-search na sila. Our school also supplies us some links, pero yun yung dalawang subject na yun for Filipinos. Yung AP, Aralin Panlipunan and Filipino, kukunti ang links. So, nagdadagdag ako talaga ng links for the kids to watch. So we have books, we have links for YouTube videos. And kung meron, apps. There are many apps that teach computer apps, tablet apps. We don't give them phone apps. Masyado maliit. Masyado maliit yung phone. So we used apps kasi the apps can teach them continuously. Ganyan. Kung mayroong applicable na apps. Like for example, wala namang AP na app at all. So YouTube ka lang.
Oo. That's right. And then naalala ko lang yung nabanggit mo kanina may comics, no? Kahit na sa tingin mo, sana gustuhin ng anak mo, pero parang wala kang illusion kasi para sa iyo. Naalala ko, merong isang Bible na parang manga type, na parang sana pag binili ko to, magustuhan din ng mga anak ko. Pero gusto ko yon para sa akin din.
Sa akin baliktad. Yung manga Bible series, when they were young, they would read it all the time. It's like above their bed. It was above their bed. So, pag sinabi ko read, tinignan yung pictures. So the whole set yan, hanggang Revelation, they would go through the pictures many times. So pag sinabing si Daniel, alam na nila yan kasi nakikita nila yung pictures. So in our case, na gusto nila yung manga Bible. Pero yung mga math manga, wala. Science, comics, hindi nila type. Pero okay lang.
Oo nga eh. So mahirap syempre ipilit, no? Kaya na siguro kaya na-invento rin yung salitang facilitator. Kailangan magaling tayong maghanap ng sources kung paano matuturuan yung mga children natin. Pero as I mentioned kanina, no, you have an online business. So, mentor of mentors, and yet you homeschool. So, paano mo nagagawa homeschooling, tapos tatlo sila, tapos may isa pang incoming, no? Tapos, while running a business, Jomar, may superpowers ka ba?
Ay, hindi. Ang superpowers ang tawag doon, wife. Yeah.
Okay.
Kasi para mag-work ang isang homeschool, di ba, kailangan at least one of the parent is organized. Right? So, yung pagiging organized, wala sa akin. Okay. Ang organized kasi is the person who will tell the kids and instruct the kids and inform the kids, ito ang gagawin natin today. Ang tawag doon curriculum. However, the curriculum doesn't automatically start unless you say, today's the start.
Yes.
Tapos merong susundin ka na week, di ba? So week 1. So my wife does the week. Assign niya itong week na to for this, itong week na to, ito gagawin. Tapos sunod-sunod na lang yun, susunod, +1 na lang, +1 week, di ba? Pero, kailangan prepared lahat. Per semester kami quarter kami mag-prepare. Prepared lahat ng worksheets before the first quarter starts. Prepared lahat ng books, nandiyan na, dapat na-order na. Kasi habang wala pang books, walang start.
Yes, oo.
So, hinihintay namin yung delivery ng books. Tapos, schedule, every year iba-iba ang schedule. Like now, meron kaming portfolio day. At the end of the quarter, pag paubos na yung mga lessons, like for example, nauubusan na yung Pilipino ng lesson, wala na masyadong lessons sa Aralin Panlipunan. So this whole week here, this week is portfolio week. Wala nang day. So they cannot study this week. They can just create portfolios. So yung digital portfolio, kasi yung physical, they do that every day actually, yung physical portfolio worksheets, additional worksheets. So yung schedule na yan, in-instigate na asawa ko yan. Okay. Yung pag-upo sa tabi nila, in-instigate ng asawa ko yan. Siya yung uupo sa tabi nila.
Okay.
Pag galit na siya, pupunta na ako doon. baka makatulong.
Actually, yun yung follow-up question ko. So, saan ka makikita dun sa setup ninyo ng homeschooling? Kung si wife ang organizer, ang bahala sa curriculum, no, si Tuit na uupuan niya. So, saan ka pumapasok dun sa setup ninyo? Pag galit na?
Hindi. Useless din ako pag galit na. I just go there in case lang makatulong ako. So basically, ang useless mo pala, Jomar, hindi totoo yan. Kasi, yung pinakamahihirap na subjects in our family would be Filipino, Aralin Panlipunan, computer, and isama na si Hele. Kasi minsan si Hele, computer din.
Yes.
Diba? So, 4 yon. So, from many years ago, yan yung focus ko. Filipino, Aralin Panlipunan, Hele computer. So I mix all of those 4 into one activity, for example. Sometimes I mix in art as well. When I facilitate yung gagawin nila. Example is, you can relate, but nobody can do this yet. Yung pagbisita sa mga bahay ng mga presidente ng Pilipinas. So literally, we're not at home. We go to the house of the president. Sinasadya na bibisitahin, tapos pupunta sa loob, sa bahay ng presidente. Si Ninoy, si Aguinaldo. Punta kami doon. That's a field trip, literally. But before the field trip happens, they have to watch this movie on Aguinaldo or Mabini or Rizal. They have to watch a movie. And if I have a comic, they have to read the comic. They enjoy this. Obviously, it's a movie. So, minsan panonood din namin yung movie na i-show sa museum. Pero sa YouTube na kasi. So, why bother, right? Why bother watching it in the museum? You go to the museum, pero manood ka muna ng movie, ng film before you watch. Para you don't waste time sitting in the museum. And you just go around. So everything is familiar. So real sa kanila yung mga heroes, heroes. Pag may rebulto, di ba maraming rebulto sa Philippines kung saan-saan? So I make it a point that they know sino yan, ano yan, anong significance niyan. Why? Looking at the videos. Looking at the videos on YouTube. Plus, there's some other stuff I show you here. So this is an example of what I do. This is a totally boring book made by the Ateneo Press, Manila. Not popular. This is a account of a Dutch guy, sorry, ng 18th century pa. Anong itsura ng Maynila. So one of my job is to find books like this and give it to them. This is
Okay.
not a comic, it's
Ah,
words. So we do have a lot of these kinds of books here, which makes a boring subject like AP very alive. Buhay na buhay. Buhay na buhay. So ito is sa mga, hilig ko to. If they don't read it, I read it. Kasi I have meron akong belief na the more you know history from multiple points of view, the more you can move forward sa buhay. Hindi yung, ito itsura ng Maynila. Finished. Find out where that came from. And then understand why, bakit, for example, I teach them now. You can discuss the boring topics of the Spanish colonialization. Or you can just discuss a very important topic of why are the Ayalas one of the richest families in the Philippines? Anong background nun? Example lang So kasi pag punta sa Ayala Mall or Serendra, they can see what Ayala means instead of knowing it's the name of the mall. No? So, yun, trabaho eh. Tapos, in Filipino naman, worksheets, kasi walang worksheets. So, we have to find ways. Dati wala, o konti lang. We have to find ways to make it alive. So, I use my, yung interest ko sa puzzles into, kinoconnect ko yung Tagalog, English, ganyan. I make them make artwork based on Filipino. That should be boring, right? Pero gamit nila tablet, so hindi siya boring.
Yes.
So,
okay na okay sa kanila yon.
Ang daling gumawa ng art sa tablet.
Yes.
But instead of just making art or making Filipino worksheets or using that, we combine the Tagalog English into an artwork. So ako yung napapagawa sa kanila. I also teach them how to do it. So alam na yan, di ba? Canva. Dati Canva. Hindi sila Canva ngayon, iba na sila. Low-tech na sila ngayon. Dati, Adobe Spark sila. Adobe Spark, Canva. Ngayon, balik na sila sa Microsoft PowerPoint. First time nila.
Wow.
Microsoft PowerPoint.
Bagong-bago.
Low-tech sila ngayon. Dati, naka-unfold sila. Yung ganyan. Kung alam yan, Instagram app yan. Sila, everyday yan, unfold. Pero ngayon, balik sila sa low-tech kasi required sa school na marunong sila ng, what is this button for? Yung sa Excel, sa PowerPoint. Para sa button ito. Kasi squeeze yung icon. Stick. So teaching them the new apps is my role. Also computer programming. Like many homeschool parents, maaga pa lang tinuturuan na ng coding ang mga bata. So sa akin obvious yun kasi hello, computer science ako. Computer science ako. Dapat lang maaga pa lang nagko-code na sila, which is the case, no? So tinuruan ko sila ng coding before. Now they're modding, making games. One of the grade 3 is the one who likes doing it like every day. The others, marunong mag-code sa Scratch, pero hindi masyadong, hindi siya interesado.
So iba-iba, no? Kahit tinuruan mo ng pare-pareho, hindi lahat magugustuhan.
Mahirap na yung ginagawa ng grade 3 even for grown-ups. Siya na nag-self-learn. Siya na nag-self-learn ng modding. He uses, I can't remember if it's Unreal or one of those. Basta yung panggawa ng games na na high-tech. Yun yung ginagawa. Trip na niya. Trip na lang gawin. Considering hindi siya yung mahilig mag-scratch dati. Hindi siya mahilig mag-scratch dati. So now, one of my roles is to teach them YouTube, which is creating videos from YouTube. So nandun kami ngayon. Gumagawa kami ng videos on YouTube, for YouTube.
Okay. Pero Jomar, what is your daily schedule look like? I mean, ano yung method mo na ginagamit para ma-track what each child is supposed to be doing? Parang ano na yung system na nag-work sa family mo?
Madali yan. Kasi from the beginning, like of second year, kami na ang gumagawa ng sked. So the kids actually know what is supposed to be done per day. Pag sinabing kami na gumagawa ng sked, kukunin namin sked, i-copy-paste namin sa sarili naming Excel. Per topic, per week, copy-paste. Para yung schedule is fit for us. Kasi di ba pag may bakasyon ng pamilya, walang studies yun eh.
Siyempre.
So, tatanggalin mo yung original schedule na meron dapat kayong gagawin. may bakasyon kayo, wala doon. I-move mo down, right? And we can't use the original one because the one they give from DepEd is mali yung formatting. So it has to be a quarter, and then another quarter, then another quarter, right? Ang binibigay na format ng curriculum is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, which is really, really useless if you're a child. Kasi you have 20 pages, nandun lahat ng quarters. By the time yung second quarter, laspag na yung papel. Lipat ka nagpapel. Kasi lahat ng quarters nandun eh. So what we do, we reformat the whole thing. And alam mo, sa totoo lang, Nida, namamangha ako sa mga homeschooling suppliers, hindi nila pinapalitan yung format na yon. Hindi sila kasi nag-homeschool. Hindi nila alam.
Supplier lang talaga sila.
Supplier lang sila talaga ng libro. Hindi nila alam, ang hirap-hirap ng format na yun sundin.
Yes.
Kasi access sa papel, tapos laspag na yung papel at the end of the quarter. Anyway, so the kids know, this week, ito kailangan matapos mo. Ito yung subject, ito yung day, nakasulat na doon. So pag hindi nila natapos, habol, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Ano na
so
yan?
may makeup class.
Kanila na yon. Kasi ang ginagawa ng asawa ko, she checks the work every day. So, pag tapos na nilang gawin yung worksheets, naka-folder yan or something, naka-pile up siya. Tapos check niya isa-isa. I don't do checkings at all for worksheets. Ang ginagawa kong checking is ano yung ginawa nila. Give an example, Saturday, they're supposed to schedule nga. They're supposed to upload videos. Wala niyong gagawin ko. Upload mo na. Nasaan na? Patingin. Tapos, pag nagagawa, nandun ako sa tabi niya, tinuturo ko, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Kahit na pang third time niya nagawin yun, until makuha niya paano gawin. My daily schedule, it does not revolve in the homeschool. Kasi, ang nangyari sa amin, ngayon, sanay na sila.
Yes.
So, sa mga nahihirapan, 3 taon, masasanay din yan.
Kapit lang.
Kapit ka lang. Sa first year, hindi sila sanay.
Yes.
So, ang nangyari sa amin, nandito sa tabi ko yung isang bata. Tapos, turuan ko siya. That is, first year, if you're asking the schedule of the first year, everyday nandiyan. Pero hindi the whole time, afternoon lang. The morning, hindi. Nandito yan. Kasi hindi, isang bata lang yan. Kasi 3 sila, diba? So, I would teach them Filipino, Arlim Balipunan. When I say I will teach them, tatabihan. Yan yung ginagawa doon. Pag hindi marunong mag-search, ako mag-search. Ganun. Tapos ano yan? It didn't work as well because ang na-realize namin sa first year na yon, you can't work and at the same time facilitate the kid. You cannot work. So dapat naka-reserve talaga yung time for working. Hiwalay sa sa pag-teach. So nung first year, hapon nandito kami, this is the trial and error year. Sa evening sa ako mag-work. Kasi hindi sila nag-aaral in the evening eh. Pag sinabi ko evening, 9 o'clock and above hanggang midnight, yan, saka lang ako nakaka-work. Ganon. Pasensya na, nakalimutan ko na yung year. That's like 6 years ago. Yung schedule namin. So mag-work ako ng ganon. Ang work ko kasi hindi naman siya, hindi siya day-to-day. Kasi wala akong kailangan gawin today. Wala masyadong ganon. This week, meron. And I can create whatever I need to. Let's say, gagawa akong video, gagawa ako ng essay, ganyan, or blog post. I can create that spur of the moment kasi lagi naman akong gumagawa ng article sa utak ko. Yung pag-upo ko, type, ganon. Kasi
pitigil ba yung utak mo, Jomar?
Hindi eh. May mga taong ganun eh, mag-constant creation of ideas. So, ganun yung utak ko. Minsan may kausap ako, nakakagawa na ako ng essay sa utak ko tapos makakalimutan ko pag hindi ko tinype. So, there are many times sa pag-upo ko, wala akong balak magsulat. Magsusulat na lang ako. Magsusulat na lang ako dire-diretso. Tapos minsan papaupuin ko lang muna dyan ng ilang araw, tapos babalikan ko na lang. Tapos ayusin ko na lang, ipopost ko or schedule. And I hardly schedule anything though when it comes to my outputs. Tapos because of the phone, when you're lying down, I'll give it a context, may baby, bagong panganak. So anong pwede mong gawin? Isang kamay na sa phone. Kasi tulog dito. Tulog. Hindi mo pwedeng galawin. Tulog. So isang kamay sa phone. Hindi superhuman yung kayang lahat ng nanay yon, di ba?
Yes.
So ako nagpapatulog. Isang kamay sa phone. Wala kang magagawa. Walang laptop. Baka mahulog sa kanya, di ba?
Oo.
The phone is more effective kasi yung dalawang kamay yung tablet eh. Tapos mag-work ako. Hindi pwede.
Oo.
Phone's good.
Oo.
When I was teaching Instagram, nagbabantay ako sa labas. Nasa labas kami. Instagram ako. Kasi hindi naman nakatutok eh. Sumasagot lang ako ng tanong, ganyan. Nagsushoot ako minsan. Ay, naglalaro sila dyan sa garden, no? Magsushoot ako. Pag medyo malayo-layo sila, safe naman. Tapos magsushoot ako ng videos, plural. Wala sila sa frame. Tapos ako lang. Magsushoot lang ako. Tapos later, upload ko na lang. From the lagi ko sa computer. So it's working on an online business na walang schedule demands is very ideal for homeschool or school at home setup. Kasi you can adjust that para yung mga kids, yung schedule na nag-work, yun yung pwede nyo sundin. Pero underline lang natin, ano ba ang schedule na mag-work? Kasi ginawa namin dati ganito. While I'm cooking in the morning, mag-aaral dapat sila. Dahil pakinggan, ano?
Dapat.
Anong ginagawa? Tulog sila. When I'm cooking in the morning, hindi nag-aaral, natutulog. Once, nagising yung dalawang lalaki, sabay. Tapos, si kuya, nag-aral. Siyempre kapatid, ako din. So, nung ginawa nila yun, tagal ko magluto eh. Breakfast to. Nung ginawa nila yun, grabe, 1 o'clock tapos na sila. Naglalaro na sila. Kasi, ang aga nila nagsimula. By the way, ang maaga sa amin, 9 o'clock ha. 9 in the morning, yun ang maaga. So, nag-start ng 9, marami silang natapos agad eh. Yan. Ang catch lang talaga, you need to, I'm talking about the listeners, no? Once the kid says, tapos na, huwag ka maniwala. I-check mo.
Pwede pakiulit, Jomar. Pwede pakiulit yan para marinig talaga ng mga newbies natin na homeschoolers.
Once sinabi ng anak mo tapos na siya, tingnan mo isa-isa. Kasi, ibig sabihin, 4 parts yung worksheet, yung quiz. Tapos na siya dun sa first. Tama nga naman, tapos na siya. Or 20-item quiz. Tapos na siya sa 5. Tapos, bakit walang sagot itong the rest? Hindi ko alam ang sagot eh. Bug. Hindi pwede. Hindi pwedeng hindi mo alam. Yeah. May Google ka, may libro ka. Aba, tuturuan na nga, paano mag-Google, paano maghanap. Bakit minsan ang libro, may part dito na bold. Yung textbook, di ba ano yun, cheating yun. Pag bold yung libro, yung word, yun yung answer. Yun yung laman ng quiz. Kung bold yung text, hindi mo pa alam yun, anak. Natuturo mo ngayon yung mga dynamics na gano'n na. Kaya ganyan yan kasi yun yung gusto mo lang. Yun lang important part, yung naka-bold.
Oo.
So, nakalagay, Kujapi, capital letters. Sweetheart, yan yung mga keywords na lalabas sa quiz.
Tama. Naalala ko, no, yung sinabi mo kanina na tatabihan mo yung bata, tapos kung hindi alam mag-search, ituturo mo ulit paano mag-search, no, paano mag-Google, no. Kasi nakikita ko sa ibang, especially sa mga newbies, no, pag tinanong nila yung mga anak nila na, na-submit mo na ba yung let's say, yung performance-based assessment mo sa math? Yes, mommy. Parang okay na sa kanila yung yes, tatanggapin na agad nila without checking. So parang, are they doing their job as a homeschooling parent pag ganun lang, na tinanggap lang without even checking, let's say they're using Google Classroom, di ba? Parang hindi mo man lang ba chinek kung talagang nai-upload ng anak mo, nai-attach ba yung file, di ba?
Google Classroom pa man din, no? Before the age of Google Classroom, hindi kami gumamit yan ever. Meron kaming ginagamit, ang tawag sa kanya, whiteboard. Now, it has something to do with Olympic Games. Kasi di ba sa Olympic Games, pag pumunta sa stadium, nakabalanda doon yung gold, silver, and bronze. Kasi every time may dumaan doon, wala mo naramdaman nila. Pag marami siyang gold, they feel so proud. Pag wala silang gold, ang sama ng pakiramdam nila. Parang, sana maka 1 gold man lang tayo, Philippines, I'm looking at you. So, ang ginawa namin, not this year, the other years, naka-grid yung subjects and name of kids. Tandaan nyo, we have 3 kids. So, 2 portfolio performance-based work per subject per quarter. So, lahat yun may blank. Naka-grid siya. X. The kid will put an X pagtapos na. So since tatlo sila, parang Olympics, sino may pinakamarami?
Yes!
As pag dumadaan sila, hallway yun eh. Dumadaan sila, nakikita nila. At everybody sees kung tapos na o hindi.
Mm.
Siyempre, hindi naman ako satisfied na i-ekisan lang nila yon. Kasi before
Mm.
they ekis, I have to see
Mm.
first. Patingin.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Before they ekis it. Wala, Tagalog na. Titingnan ko muna, sige, pwede mo nang X. Tapos, yay, X. Yan. So, makikita mo kung tortoise and hare story. Alam mo, ang bilis-bilis sa una, tapos biglang
Oo.
bagal na.
Oo.
O yung ang bagal, pero consistent. Yan. Doon mo makikita. Tapos doon pumapasok din yung sermon-sermon. Pag, 2 weeks na lang. Anong gagawin mo? Pasko na. Magbabakasyon pa tayo. Meron ka pang 25 portfolio gagawin. Kasi bilang na bilang mo yung walang X.
Oo.
25. Do you know how many do you have to finish in 10 days? And divided by 25 divided by 10. Ilan ang kailangan mo bawat araw? So, alam mo na. Tapusin mo 3 a day. So, pag at the end of that first day, tapos di pa siya nakatatlo, anong mangyari? Hindi siya pwede matulog. Ganyan lang.
Overtime.
Overtime siya. Mahilig pa man din sila sa overtime. I mean, mga bata, ayaw matulog. We have to force them to sleep.
Sadyang ha.
So, kung ayaw matulog, gawa ka ng portfolio. Pero ngayon,
Tama.
baliktad na. We force them to sleep early na. We use, believe it or not, ito yung nagamit naming secret. Warm lights all over the house. Kasi dati, puti lahat ng lights namin.
Mm.
So, pag strike ng mga 9-ish, 8:30-ish after, basta pag na yung day, pag may pinuno namin ng warm lights, naka-on yung mga warm lights. And it tells you without telling them na, uy, naantok ka na.
Ang
Yung warm lights
galing.
nakakaantok pala talaga yun. So we proceeded to change the lights all over the house para merong daylight.
Parang may cue na sila, no?
Yeah. And saka nakakaantok talaga yung yellow.
Oo. Mm-mm.
So, yan yung na-discover naming, well, alam ng asawa ko yan. Ngayon lang namin ginawa, actually.
Okay. Pero di ba ang daming mga homeschooling style, di ba? May mga tinatawag silang traditional homeschooling, road schooling, world schooling, unschooling, eclectic, classical, Montessori, homeschooling with unit study, Charlotte Mason, Waldorf, parang ang dami. Pero sa family nyo, ano na yung na-try nyo at ano yung nag-work sa family nyo?
Sa tingin ko ang reality, bawat brand ng homeschooling, like Charlotte Mason, each family, if the parents undergo to the seminar of Charlotte Mason, for example, each family will take whatever they want from the Charlotte Mason style. And if the kids like it and the family likes it, they continue using it. So feeling ko nga, majority ng nag-homeschool is eclectic, meaning I take what I like there, kasi my kids don't like it, so I can't take that.
Yes.
So, meron kami, dati, nag-Charlotte Mason kami, may paintings kami dyan, they have to draw the painting without looking at it. Titingnan lang nila for like 10 minutes. They have to describe it and then they have to repaint the painting na hindi na nila nakikita yung painting. We did that for a year, yung ganyan.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, philosophy naman kasi si Charlotte Mason is a way of looking at the world. Ganon. Plus, it's hardly possible to do that now, nabawal lumabas sa mga bata.
Yes.
So, di ba? Hindi kami yung merong, kasi sinusunod namin yung government recommended na portfolio. So wala kami kasi may mga homeschooling style na bibigyan ka ng worksheets lang, tapos yun lang gagawin mo. No? So we just follow the recommended books and the recommended na curriculum. Tapos we just add on a ton of worksheets from the internet. Believe it or not, there are tons of books that you can download. Workbooks and books from actual schools in the US and South Africa, some strange places, no? And just download the book and i-print mo na lang. Kung sa tingin mo makakatulong yung chapters, i-print mo yung chapter. Kung gusto mo, buong libro. We've done that also. Kasi nakatulong talaga. Dagdag lang yun. So, para siya eclectic, no? Dagdag lang yun. Tapos, ang unit studies namin, laging ikot sa technology. Because of me.
Siyempre.
ang ama nila ay computer science po ako. So, hindi lang ako mahilig sa computer. Nagpo-program ako ng computer. So, early on, nagta-tablet na kasi sila. So, like many kids, no, addicted sa YouTube. Up to today, up to today. Pero ano na ngayon, tinanggal na namin yung device access at pag warm lights, no more devices. Kasi pag mayroon kang device, may iba kang ilaw eh.
Oo.
Hindi siya warm, di ba? So, nawala ako.
So pag
Ayos tayo.
warm lights, alam na nila na bawal mag-YouTube.
Hindi naman. Kasi pag time to sleep, no more
Okay.
gadgets.
No more
No more
gadget.
gadgets. Oo. Kasi, nung dati gano'n, no, kakatulugan yung YouTube, ganyan.
Oo.
Eh, anong oras sa midnight? 1 a.m.? So, tapos na yung mga kalokohan days na yon. So, lagi nagbabago, no? Lagi nagbabago. Dati, allowed yan. Biro mo,
Oo.
allowed silang makatulog sa YouTube. Okay lang yan. Kasi kung anong oras ba sila gumigising? 10. Anyway. So, nasa tayo. So, the style is eclectic. I mix up a lot of the tech in the hard subjects kasi they like it. Filipino 180. The real world, we go to, so parang Charlotte Mason, you have to go out to the real world, experience nature. Pero we also mix yung history kasi masyadong buhay kasi this is where we live, no? Ang inaaral, Philippine history. So, hello, Philippine nature. Eh, lumabas tayo, pumunta tayo sa nature. Di ba? Kesa, let's just look at the picture of the valley. Pumunta na tayo sa actual valley.
Field trip na agad.
Trip na agad kasi pwede naman.
Yes.
Your work from home, school is at home. So part of yung natanggal sa pandemic namin is going out and visiting all these places and spending a lot of time outside. Yan nawala. Madalas books. Books online, ganyan. Tapos I also add, kasi wala naman sa curriculum, I also add, meron kaming singing. We actually have some sort of like a choir here at home.
Wow.
So we sing mga 3 times a day.
May SATB ka na, 4 yun eh.
Hindi pa ko makanta isa pero marunong na mag-lyrics. So we sing Mary songs ngayon, Marian songs only muna. Before I would teach them a lot of contemporary Christian songs, but too many. I taught them too many. So hindi nila na may memorize. Ngayon, we would teach them 1 new song a month. So meron silang 1 song a month this pandemic about Mary, Tagalog, English. And we would sing because of prayer, di ba? Kailangan natin magdasal ngayon because of the pandemic. So we pray 4 times a day and we sing 3 times a day. So yun for me, it's a very wonderful. Biro mo, nandito ako, kausap sila, tapos bigla may kakanta sa labas.
Ang galing, no? Ang galing. Parang kung titingnan mo, because of pandemic, no, parang negative. Pero sa loob ng bahay mo, parang ang saya-saya. Meron kang choir, no? Meron kang, you pray 4 times a day, which, di ba tayo Catholics, we don't do that naman.
No.
Pero di ba?
Hindi dahil sa pandemic.
Pero dahil sa pandemic ngayon, parang buong araw ka na lang mag-pray. Madalas ka nang mag-pray. Tas pati mga
every 3 hours, actually. Every 3 hours, every 4 hours. Remember, every 3 hours. Every 3 hours. Starting at 12, every 3 hours, dadasal kami. And 3 of those may songs. Alas 3 lang walang song, actually. Tapos, so, that's included, no? Including yung, pag nagtagalog song ka kasi, ang hirap ng words. Alam mo yan? Saklay. Basta ang lalalim. So, kasama yan sa vocabulary nila. The English word for nasadlak. Sadlak yun. What is the English for that? What does that mean? Kasi kinakanta mo yan every day. Hindi mo alam ibig sabihin. So that's part of the parang unit study. Unit study. And also, since we pray, we have to explain why do we pray? Ano bang halaga nito? Para saan ba to? Tapos, this is on top of the discussion of Sunday pag hindi naintindihan yung homily. Kasi, kailangan mo i-discuss yun. Kasi, dito tapos si Father, ini-interrupt ka na, ano yung sabihin nun? Sinabi ni Father. So we add in films na maganda. Mahirap maghanap really good films na spiritual, kahit na hindi about God. Yun. So we do that. Isa pa palang role ko, once a week, na recently hindi pa siya matuloy-tuloy. We watch a show while doing yoga.
Oh, how do you do that?
Marami kaming screens eh. So the show is presented on 2 screens and the yoga is presented on 2 screens. So 4 na screens yun.
Galing.
Tapos sa floor, dalawang screen sa floor, dalawang floor screen sa table. Tapos naka-yoga mats. Tapos saan mo gusto tumingin?
Kita mo lahat.
May yoga.
Oo.
May yoga, saan ka tumingin, tapos meron ding TV show. We're watching a TV show na we like together. So we would do that, including yung baby, yung 4 years old.
Oo.
Magyo-yoga kami, tapos susundan lang nila yung ginagawa ng nag-yoga sa YouTube habang nanonood ng show. Medyo mahirap kasi you have to shift your brain, pero nasanay na sila.
Oo.
We're doing that regularly na.
Ang
pero
galing. Oo, ang galing. Oo. Tama.
So that's like a 45-minute to 1-hour yoga session every week. Yun.
So parang kahit hindi nila gusto mag-yoga, pero gusto nila yung palabas. So nasusunod na rin sila.
Yeah, it's actually fun to do that. Kasi nga yung pinapanood namin hindi naman malalim eh. Mababaw lang na show. We don't talk about the show at all. After, we just like the show kasi sinusubayan namin yung series kasi siya. Tapos mostly ang talk is about anong ginagawa na natin exercise ngayon. So yun, sinasanay ko na sila doon para meron silang movement and stuff we do together. Yun mo yun. So yun ang mga ideas for parents na you can come up with na crazy. Kasi pwede naman.
Yes, yes. At saka naalala ko yung sinabi mo na you discuss the homily, parang after mass. Lalo na ngayon, 'di ba, puro online ang ating misa. So after mass, pwede mo kausapin yung mga anak mo, anong thoughts mo about the homily, 'di ba? Ganun. Kasi, 'di ba,
kinakwento talaga.
Oo.
And stay asked na, hindi naman nalaintindihan kasi tatagalog si father. So Tagalog na Filipino lesson na naman tayo. Before you explain it, kailangan explain mo yung Tagalog na sinabi ni father. Nag-joke si father, hindi na naintindihan. Explain why it's funny in English. So they learn the language. At the same time, because the active tayo sa church, di ba? Because we're active, siyempre kasama namin sila sa church, no? So kung ano man tinuro ni father ngayon, siyempre uulitin natin kung ano yung application. Inuulit namin kung ano application sa buhay natin. Pag sinabi ni father ganyan, halimbawa the topic is confession, then we have to tell them again, we have to confess but we cannot confess because bawal pumunta, blah blah blah. So paulit-ulit lang yun. Kasi bata, di ba? Paulit-ulit lang.
Yes.
Tapos pag may sinabi si father na hindi naman for kids, halimbawa, tungkol sa mag-asawa, ganyan. So, you have to explain. Mag-asawa. Ganun ba kami ni mommy? Kaya, tanong. So, para nakikita nila, yung pala sinabi ni father, hindi pala sila ganun pa ni mommy at daddy. So, ganun. It's part of it, the teaching them. Yan na yung this is when we teach from stories of our life. Though madali naman din talagang magkwento about the Bible. Kung alam mo yung kwento.
Kung alam mo yung kwento.
Di ba yung manga, di ba? May manga sila. So all you have to do is, naalala mo ba sa manga yung ganto-gantong storya? Yung may mga bones, tas yung mas bata sasabihin niya, yung may bones. The bones became alive. Yun. Alala mo yun? Yun yung sinasabi ni father.
Connect agad din, no?
Connect na kasi nabasa na nila yung manga or nakita yung pictures. Tapos saka na lang natin, saka ko na lang i-relate. Wala akong maisip na concrete ngayon. Kung ano yung significance na sinabi ni father sa atin today. So yeah. I don't remember, magulo kasi ang mass namin kasi di ba maraming bata. So, sobrang gulo.
Correct.
Nag-away pa eh. Nagbibisa. Kasi apat na bata, 3 unan. Something's wrong, no? So nag-aaway sila. yung trophy law. Apat kasi, 3 yan. Away sila to. Ayaw naman asawa ko ng 4 na trophy laws. 3 lang talaga. So, Ay, nako.
Ay, nako, ang gulo ng misa. Pero